Glad to be here this morning. It's been a very, very busy week, and I was a little under the gun trying to get my project put together for today. So, yeah, so hang on one second. I just want to make sure that I get my everything situated on my laptop. So give me one quick second. Running around like a chicken with my head cut off. How's your week been this week? Yeah, we've been shipping this week, so kits are on their way for most of you. We're still in the process. Sorry, I'm talking while I'm off screen, but we're still in the process of shipping. So many of you have gotten shipping notifications, and the rest of you will get them within the next day or two. It does take us a little bit of time to go through all the orders because it's just Bob and I that do all the packing. So, yeah. Oh, hang on one second. I was trying to get my lights set up too. I have too many cords with USB, and my adapter doesn't have enough ports for USB cords. So I got this handy dandy plug from IKEA. So let me plug this in. So that I can get the rest of my lights going. And so I've been messing with my light setup for a couple of weeks, and there, that's a little better. Yeah. So I've been messing with our light setup a little bit for a couple weeks, and trying to get everything nice and bright, and that takes a little time and figuring out. Let's see, where am I here? Because I want to be able to see your comments. Okay. You know, I really only use my laptop for this and when I'm out of town. So let's see here. Okay. Okay, good. For God's sakes. Okay. Donna and Joanne and Debbie and Melissa, Angela. Hey, Kim. Gosh, I'm so excited you're all here. I look forward to this every week, and even though sometimes I am not as well prepared as I'd like to be, it makes me kind of stop and do something creative for a change. Hey, Meg, can you bring me a butterfly clip? Or like a claw clip. Yeah, so it's hot in here. It's probably because I've been running around. So how was your week this week? Did you guys do anything fun? Sorry. Hair time. I badly need a haircut and could use to get my hair colored too. Okay. Keep hoping I'm going to get some gray, but I don't have any gray at the moment. Let's see. I'm hoping that I have no interruptions. I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so yeah. Shout out to, okay, hang on one second. I need to be able to see the comments. They're being weird. Oh, it's my fault. I just have to scroll. Shout out to my husband for sending your extra add-on. Yeah, he is the best. He handles all of the important details, and I do all the pretty things, because if I was in charge of doing all the important details, things would get mixed up. That's what happens with the creative mind, creative brain. Okay, so today we're gonna mess with some kind of gender neutral stuff, because I know that many of you have been asking for boy layouts and some things that are less flowery, pink, and girly. So you went to the beach, Donna. Oh, wow. That's nice. We're in Washington, and our beaches are not quite the same as they are in other parts of the country. Cold. Well, especially cold and rainy and windy this time of year. But within a couple months, we'll see a change. I know, I'm still scrapping girls because I have 3 girls, but girls don't always have to be girly, and boys don't always have to have boy stuff. So you can, go either way. Yeah, mine are all grown up, so sometimes I have to take photos from their phones, because my photos from all the many years past, some of them were film and are developed, and the size is weird or whatever, because I like using smaller photos now. But that's just my preference. A lot of people still like using 4x6 or, any whatever, and all of the different sizes work. It's just what your preference is. So, but I think it's nice now with digital photos and photo printers, you can easily change the size of your photo without having to go have them printed elsewhere. Your youngest is gonna turn 18. Wow. My youngest just turned 26 on April 1st. So I think I talked about that and all of the April Fool's pranks. Although this year she was in Europe, so no pranks there. I thought of sending something to the girl that she was going with, but I wasn't that organized. Too many things going on. I'm sorry, I'm so thirsty. Okay, so one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to add a star cut file, and you'll be able to get the link to that in our Facebook group. It's just simple stars. If you have a Cricut or a Silhouette in Silhouette Studio or the Cricut Design Space, you get basic shapes. So, you don't need this. But if you want to use it, you can. So it's nothing fancy or special. It's just a bunch of different size stars that I'm going to use today. And if you have star dies, that would work. If you've got, you know, like a large star punch. And the other thing that I didn't think about, but our confetti or our star texture die, that would be a nice addition to some of these ideas. And today I'm going to give you a bunch of kind of rough ideas on, you know, what you can do in some different like layout kind of ideas. And then I'll create the pages I'll post finished pages on in our Facebook group, and you'll be able to kind of see them done. Because last week it was like a 3-hour event. You're finishing up your cloud layout. It was a slow go for me also. In fact, when I realized that last week our live was 3 hours, I was horrified. So my kids were like, oh my gosh. Flea, did you hurt yourself? We've got cats. Come here. You want to say hi? Come here. Come here. Say hi. Say hi. Flea. That's my daughter's cat. I'm embarrassed to tell you how many cats are here right now. Don't say it. Yeah, my kids are visiting, so we have their cats here in addition to ours. So, yeah, the cloud layout was a big one. And I was like, afterwards, I was like, you know what? We do not need to have every single page or I do not have to have every single page that we do complicated and scary. Because not all of us have multiple hours to spend on a single page. So I think that doing some quick and easy would be a good thing. What do you think? Quick and easy. So I will tell you, yeah, we're gonna simplify a few things. Hey, Carrie. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for popping in. Oh, what I was going to tell you is you guys are going to adore, well, you're going to adore our May kits, which we'll be revealing in about a couple weeks. And they're super cool. But you're going to love our June kits. Totally different color palette. You'll see a lot of orange, blue, like aqua, teal, green, and yellow, and kind of a muted red. Not a lot of pink in that one. So it's going to be really cool. I'm super excited about it, and it's really got a lot of fun embellishments. It's more graphic than some of what we've done in the past. So yeah, I think you're gonna like it. And then in July, you'll see like bright pinks, purple, orange, lime green. We're gonna do something very kind of tropical and summery. So that'll be a lot of fun. So lots coming down the pike, or down the pipe. I don't know, whichever. Yeah. So shall we start to play along or get started? Oh, one other thing while I'm thinking about it. We have a super fun, we've got tons planned for International Scrapbooking Day weekend, which is the weekend of, I want to get the date right because oftentimes hang on, where's my cursor? It is May 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 3rd is Friday. And so our event will start Friday evening, and we'll have stuff Friday evening, kind of a kickoff, and then we've got mini classes all weekend. So our design team members are working on their projects, and we'll have video projects throughout the weekend. I'm hoping that I can get the kits and products that they're using in their classes this week, so we can get those posted. And then if you want to join or you want to play with the same products that they're using, you can place your orders and we can get them shipped out to you so that you can have them in time to follow along if you don't already have them on hand. So and yeah, so we'll have classes. I believe that we're going to be starting, I'm going to do a couple of lives over the weekend. And then most of our design team members are doing pre-recorded videos and processes that you can follow along with. And then I'll be there during that time, and I can answer questions in the chat while that mini class is going on. And then we'll have photo albums in our Facebook group where you guys can share your projects created for that class. You don't have to use Hip Kit Club products for anything, and you can use whatever products you like, whatever you've got on hand, and you can you can share your products. You've never been able to participate. You've always, hang on, I've got like, my eyes are blind to read on my phone. I've always either been at a dance competition or celebrating your daughter's birthday. I hope you're able to pop in too. And like I said, everything's going to be recorded. So once that video goes live, you can catch it at any time. It'll be fun if you guys can join in live, because that way we can kind of have a live chat. And oh, don't forget your bag right there. So anyway, so that's going on. So we'll start on, I believe it's Friday night at 5 p.m. Pacific time, which I think will work for people in Australia. I'm trying to give everybody a chance to kind of pop in and join. And we've got so many different time zones that it makes it a little more difficult. So I think we'll start at 5 and go until 8 Pacific time on Friday. And then Saturday we will start at 9 a.m. Pacific time. I'm not 100% sure on the exact times, but that's kind of what we're looking at. And they'll run all day, and we'll have breaks in between, so you guys can continue to work on your pages and get them finished in between. So we aren't going to inundate you with classes every single hour. Give you a little bit of time, get some food, got to recharge. Get that candy and snacks. So, okay, I'm going to turn the camera around and we can kind of start to play. Who's ready? One. So close your eyes because who knows what's going to happen when I do this. I hate getting my palm in front of my camera. And I do it every time. Okay, hang on. This goes there. And I believe we are... Oh, yay. Okay. We're close. Let's see. Could I be? I am right on the money, I think. You know, I always have to remember that it's opposite of what... Okay. I want to be straight. I don't know why that's important to me, but it is. Okay, now I've just... Okay, I think we're good. Alrighty. So, we've got our... I'm going to be working with our April kits. And I've got a couple of things. Okay, this is going to drive me crazy. Am I going the right way? Of course. And now I'm a little too far. Almost. You know what? That's good enough. Good enough. All right, so we're going to be working with our April kits, and I kind of sorted through a lot of things ahead of time. And I need to move my laptop just a bit. Whoops, hang on one second. You know, nothing ever works exactly the way I intend it to. And, you know, we had a major construction project in our house a while back. And you know that you have too much stuff when some things are still covered in dust. If you haven't touched it in that long, you don't need it. Yeah, Donna, you won't have your April kit yet because they just started shipping on Friday morning. So okay. Mail hold. Okay. Yeah, so the post office will be sure to sort that out for you, I'm sure. Okay, so let's go through. I thought I would go through the papers so you can see the glare from my lights. That's all right. That's all right. Okay. Wanted to see if I... All right. So these are the papers, and let's see if I can flip them this way. Okay. And so this is Be Bold. It's a kind of a reddish ombre with a red chevron. And then on the reverse side is an orange chevron, an orange and white chevron. And I'm going to play with this paper in a little bit of a different way. I fussy cut all of the chevrons and I cut them out into little individual arrows. And so, you know, you don't always have to use a paper the way that you see it. You know, you can alter it and change it a little bit. But I thought that this would be kind of a fun way to use it. So, Here are all those. Bye, sweetie. So here are all the chevrons. So I've got some ideas for that paper that I'll be sharing with you. This one's called Coming and Going with the arrows, which I think is really cute. It's a teal, tone on tone. And this is like a red circle with a muted reddish pink in the background. So, and this is one of my favorite papers. And this one is kind of the same idea, oh, hang on. I've got so many little stacks of things. But I fussy cut out all of the squares using my paper trimmer. Actually, I cut it along the long columns using my paper trimmer because it was going to be hard to get it really straight without that. But then the individual rows I just cut with my scissors, and I thought we could sort through those and remove all the pink and create our own background with that, because there's lots of fun colors in that one. And then the reverse side is this geometric white with a green geometric like square pattern. So, and this one is cool too because the pieces that weren't colored, did I cut any of them correctly? Well, I did it a little differently, but I cut them out. I cut the ones that didn't have the color on the reverse side. I cut the squares out and I cut them in half. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm going to figure something out. So there's that. Then this one's called Dream Big. It's got a cool floral pattern. And I think that if you could kind of fussy cut down around this area and then build a layout towards the top would be cool. And then this is a geometric light pink with a white, kind of an nested argyle pattern. And then this is called Due Diligence, and this is, they look like jewels to me, but I love and I love the colors and the way that they're combined. I think it's really fun. This is a pink tone on tone, tiny polka dot, some fun cooking icons. There's a lot of like everyday type of stuff in this kit that it's kind of just loosely based on everyday moments, you know, the stuff that we all do every single day. So cooking is one of them. So it's got a lot of cooking elements. These all could be fussy cut. You could even use them if you did like a recipe book for somebody, like a little mini book with recipes in it. You could kind of embellish the pages with the little icons from this sheet. And it's got a periwinkle dot with a little kind of a Scandinavian geometric floral in the center. This one is called Happiness Is, pretty florals. On the reverse side is a tiled chevron, kind of like a parquet wood floor maybe. This one's called Having Fun, and it has a bunch of tickets and stars. Didn't think about that. I could fussy cut those little stars out, but not sure if I'm up for the challenge on that one. And then a subtle kind of a minty blue-green pattern on the back with a tiny little dot. And then speech bubbles. This one's called Many Conversations. Again, I fussy cut a bunch of the speech bubbles out of that one. So sometimes I do that when I get papers and I'm like, oh, well, I should fussy cut some of these pieces. So I kind of go through and I do a little bit of that so that it makes it easier to sit down and kind of lay things out a little bit. without having everything in a solid piece. This is a geometric, kind of a modern plaid in a way, and it's got like a minty, light, kind of a subtle plaid. This would be a good background. And then we've got a cut apart sheet with a lot of different things on it. I don't know if I bring it up closer. Last time I found that when I brought things up, I totally cut them off. So I'm trying to find space where we're good. Be awesome. But first, coffee and a pastry. Crazy just the way I like it. Seize this day. Home is where you are. Urgent. Need weekend, please. I feel that a lot. For the record. Feeling like this today. Okay, you've got this. Okay, you've got this. Life right now. Been there, done that. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tasks. Just a lot of different. The laundry. The laundry is my nemesis. Okay, and then on the reverse side of this one is a yellow on white text. So it says a lot of different things. Relax, you can do it. Happy life. Fun, go be brave. Real life, back to work. Thanks, hello, breathe, awesome. It is great, say yes. Just so many different things. Routine, let's shop, best ever. So, everyday sayings, beautiful floral. As always, we gotta have some. This is called So Tenacious, and then a pink tone-on-tone notebook. Pattern on the back. Then I love this one. It's got little windows. And you could cut these out. And, you know, add your photos behind if you wanted to. Or you could cut the little windows out in and make frames with them and kind of lay them out the way that you want them if you don't like the composition. And this is one of my favorites, this bright blue and white stripe. So those are the papers. Quickly, I'll show you the cardstock. If you don't order our cardstock kits, it's a great way to stretch your kits, especially because you can use them kind of month after month, because you'll find that the colors, they don't match exactly from month to month, but the colors work well from month to month. So mixing and matching our kits when you've killed a kit isn't difficult. Every kit is very unique, but there are elements that can be, you know, when you mix them together, you get more of an eclectic kind of a feel. So the background of each, we change the background on our cardstock every single month. And this one has a wood grain print on the back of each. So you get sometimes if I bring it up, you get a better idea of the color. This one is called Arrow Blue. This one is called Ballet Pink. And this one's called Barley, and it's kind of a light craft. Whoops, I guess here. But they're flat cardstock. They do have a textured print on them, which makes them great because they look textured, but they're not. And so if you stamp on them, they hold ink really nicely. So there's that one. This one is called Carmelo, and it's kind of a craft. And there's a wood grain craft. This one is called Almond, and it's kind of a peachy orange, Astra yellow. But these are great for like cut files, using with your metal dies. They're great for backgrounds. This one is called Frosted Mint. That's really pretty. And Oyster Bay. This is like a blue. But see, it works really well with the brighter blue. So lots and lots and lots to work with. So, yeah. Let me put this here. And so I am going to grab a sheet of white cardstock to start with. And, okay, so got a new trimmer. And you know what? This works as well as any Fiskars trimmer I've had. It was only 20 bucks. It's got the scoreboard with it, and it works way better than that Sizzix one. And the nice thing is that the ruler is attached, so you can fold it up or bring it out, but it's not a fold out ruler like that, which I sometimes find like it's hard to line up well. So anyway, I'm just going to cut the branding strip off this and get rid of that. And also got a couple of sheets of cardstock that I've added gesso to, so we might try some mixed media stuff. Okay, so this over here. So I have a couple of things. One of which is I wanted to show you the, where did I put them? Here they are. So, and give you a couple pointers about these too. So these are the one of the film strip dies that's included in that die set, and they're super cool, right? I love them. Quick thing, I used a really heavy cardstock with these, and so it didn't cut through entirely when I ran it through my die cut machine. So I took a couple of sheets of cardstock and put shims in behind between the a couple of the plates, and then that made all the difference, and everything cut out just fine. So if you find that your die isn't cutting through your cardstock thoroughly, add a couple of sheets of cardstock in between some of your plates, and you'll be able to get it to cut the way that you want it. So had a couple of ideas, and if I can, I wrote a couple things down. You would think, okay, so few different things, one of which I thought we could use. This is our color kit from last month. No. Yes, last month. I get confused, so I need to start writing on the back of them. But I thought that we could Now this is my idea. You could do this with paper. You could do this with paper strips. So like you could cut different paper strips and run them this way. But I thought we could also do it using this stamp set. So I'm going to take one of these, and I'm hoping that it's not too wide for my block. It might just be slightly too wide, but you know what? It's going to be fine. Because I don't know what I did with my other. Okay. And then we have, in our color kit this month, we have a set of ink cubes, and you get Blue Hawaii Splash, Blue Raspberry, and Pool Party. And these are from Hero Arts, and they're water reactive ink cubes. So they work like Tim Holtz or Catherine Pooler inks. And going forward, if we do ink pads, I think I'm going to do the full size. And so you might only get like one color just to keep it affordable. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the single color and then include the re-inker with it, because if you do a lot of mixed media, sometimes your ink pads dry out, and that's not fun. Okay, so first of all, let's swatch these. And we will do it with these ink splatters. This is our January color kit, or stamp set, and from our color kit. And the nice thing about this stamp set, or between the two of these, if you like to do mixed media, but or if you're interested in mixed media, but you're afraid of it, or you don't like the mess, or you don't like the uncertainty of what you're going to end up with, these two stamp sets are just what you need, because it's allows you to do mixed media in a controlled fashion. So hang on one second, I just need to grab a couple of swatches. Okay, so we'll look at these and see what they look like before I make this background with them, because I have an idea of what I'm doing. So I want to make sure that they, okay. So this one is called Blue Hawaii. And it looks almost like a, looks very indigo to me. So let's see. No, I moved my stamp, so it's not going to be. Oh, I like that. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, my laptop shut off, or went to sleep. Good grief. Why? Why? Where are you guys? Okay. Oh yeah, Angela, the peekaboo pockets for the film strip. That would be cool. So I want to just mark these so I know what they are. Mark it on the back. Hero Arts, Blue Hawaii. And then we've got, gosh, they put the lids on these things, which I guess is a good thing. I want to clean this off. And I need a paper towel. Okay, so this one, no problem. Donna, this will be posted afterwards so you can watch it when it's convenient for you. Okay, so this one is called Splash. And it's a brighter blue. Like that a lot. Maybe we will end up using these. But it's nice to have different colors of ink, because then you can kind of use, you know, when you're working on a project and you need a specific color, you've got like a bunch of a rainbow of colors in your stash, and so you can find exactly what you're looking for. Okay, let's grab another one of these. That's pretty. That one is called Pool Party. Yeah, I thought it would be fun. We've done so many pinks and yellows and purples. Thought it would be fun to do a set of blue this time. And then this one, I'm gonna jot the names down on those in a little bit, but I'll keep them in order. This one's called Blue Raspberry. Okay. Okay. Oh, yay. You kind of get like a, well, there's that on my cardstock, but that's all right. You kind of get a tone on tone with each one of them. So, I mean, they all will work together. If you wanted to do, you know, your light blue, darker, darker, and darker with these. Also, the other thing that we have from this month is a background stamp set. And it's a hexagon. And I know that I had a giant stamping block, and for the life of me, well, I think they don't. Oh, this one works. Okay. For the sake of time, I'm not going to use the whole eraser thing on this. But one of the things, I don't know if you watch all of our YouTube videos, but Anka did this with one of her videos, and she laid this out, the backing sheet from the stamp set, and it's printed. So she kind of knew where she wanted to place the stamp, which I thought was kind of brilliant. I never thought about that, but great idea, I think. And this is barely going to fit on my stamp block. I also have a Misty, a memory Misty. And to be honest, I don't want to pull it out. So I'm going to just go with this. And I think I'm going to end up with some spots that aren't going to stamp right, but that's all right. So I think what I'm going to try, where is I had a gray ink pad somewhere, and I don't know where I put it. Put it here. Here. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. We're gonna do this. This is a VersaFine black ink pad, and I'm gonna ink up the stamp. And I know I'm gonna miss some places, but that isn't because the stamp is defective. It's because my block isn't quite large enough. My block is kind of curved, so it allows you to grip it better, but I don't think it necessarily makes it, I think it kind of makes it harder to use sometimes. So we'll add these here, and I'm gonna press over here so that I make sure I kind of get that edge. Okay. Not too bad, considering that that's the first. Like I said, when you get a new stamp set, it takes a little bit for it to hold the ink evenly. So, and I'm gonna flip it this way, I think. And if you notice, this kind of nests, so you can create your background in different ways. Cool, huh? I love that. And do it one more time. Kind of dim the bottom, see if I can. Okay. Actually, I'm going to see if I want it. Trying to decide if I actually want another one. I guess we'll try one more. Okay. Huh. How cute is that? Do I want one more? This way? Maybe. Okay, hang on one second. The nice thing about this ink is that it does not bleed. It's waterproof, so if you watercolor over the top of it, you're not gonna mess it up. It's archival ink, and so it stays put. Okay. So let's see. Did I want this? I'm trying to kind of figure out. Which way did I want it? Okay. I'll let it overlap a little bit right there. And I'll do it one more time on this side. So it kind of goes off the page. Like right here. Need to clean that off. Okay, and then I'm going to do one more off the top, I think. I don't prefer to ink up my stamps like this. I don't ever feel like I'm 100% sure on where my ink went. Okay. I think that's cool. What do you think? Wendy, have you gotten your shipping notification yet? If you haven't gotten your shipping notification and you place your order today, I think that it will likely ship with your April kit. In fact, if you email Robert at hipkitclub.com and just say in your description, just say additional order, please ship with April kits. And if you CC me on that email at Kimberly at hipkitclub.com, I will make sure that I reach out to him so that he knows that you placed that order. You did receive your shipping notification. Yeah, then it would be May before it ships, or we can ship it separately. You just have to pay shipping for it. So whichever works for you. I mean, we can easily get it shipped out to you before your next kits ship. Okay, I'm just cleaning off this stamp. And let's see, where's my paper towel? Good grief. This is what happens during shipping weeks. I get a little frazzled. And I'm going to try not to make this too long. So if we don't end up doing a layout today, and we just play with some stuff, we'll do a layout next week, kind of following up with the techniques that we're using. I'm glad your kid's going to be there tomorrow, Wendy. Aw, hi Morag. Thanks for popping in. Okay, so let's see. What do I have over here? I have a million different things going on and I'm making a mess. Okay, so with this, if you make a background like this, you can do a couple of different things with it. You could add, let's just kind of let's do a couple of different things. And this is just kind of a play of of how the stamp can be used. So let's start with, which color shall we use? Let's do, these are the colors. And I'm thinking maybe this blue I think would be fun. So I'm going to take this out, grab my smaller. With small stamps like this, you can leave one stamp on one side and one stamp on the other if you're still using both of them. Okay, so then we can take this and we'll ink up the back of this, or ink up the stamp. And the cool thing about this stamp, or this, actually that doesn't really work very well. Erase, forget what I said, because you need to be able to see how you're lining it up. But with the way that this stamp works, it doesn't have to be lined up properly, but you can fill in some of your gaps. Now, if you were using our cardstock add-on kit, the cardstock is smooth. This is white textured cardstock, and so you're getting issues with the texture. That's why this is stamping the way that it is, because the background is textured, and maybe you like that. But if you want like more of a pristine stamped image, using a smooth white cardstock is helpful. So we're just going to kind of fill in some of the colors. I need to make sure I touch this so it doesn't go to sleep. I know, I think that this stamp is super cool. I love this stamp set. We've got a bunch of octagons in this kit. Or actually, these are 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 6-sided. So what is that? That's not an octagon. Is it an octagon? Octo is 5, right? Is it hexagon? Help me, people. I don't know my shapes. Okay. So you can leave some of them. You can leave some of them solid. You could do all of them, or you could do second generation stamping, which means that you stamp once and you don't re-ink your stamp, but you stamp it a second time and you get a lighter color, which is kind of cool. And since I already did that on some of them, let's do that. Here, I'm going to take that and we'll do some people are really good stampers. Hex is 5, octo is 8. You have 6 septagon. Okay. This is a septagon, and no one ever uses that term, right? But we made one. Okay, so I'm going to have this go out this way. But you can combine all of these different stamp sets together. So like here we're kind of messing with this one. I'm going to do that. So you get a couple of, oh, we need one more. Seven is a septagon. It's a hexagon. Okay, good, good, good. Because I was like, I've never really used the word septagon before. The other thing to remember is that these inks are also buildable. So we've already stamped it once, right? So if we decide that, we'll do it underneath, because I think that this part is, if I were to be creating an actual page, likely the center is going to be covered up. So if I stamp here once, and then I ink this up again, and I stamp again, and I love stamps that don't have to be perfect, but see how you get a darker color. The other thing is that, now these are on a solid cardstock, or I mean an untreated cardstock. So they're not gonna blend a bunch or bleed a bunch, but you will get a little bleeding if you add some water. So if you wanted to have like a little more of a, almost like a muted background, or have it be like less pristine isn't the right word, but if you wanted it to be more abstract, I guess, maybe, you could add a little bit of water over the top and let the colors kind of wash out a little bit. But it just blends slightly. It doesn't, you don't get a ton of color. The other thing you can do is you can add some ink here, add your brush to make some splatters. And then we can use, let's add another color. What should we do? Should we do, let's do the lighter of the minty. Actually, let's do some yellow, but I don't think this is the one that I want. No, it is not. Grab a different yellow. I want like a soft. Okay, so let's wash this off. And I'm going to try to stamp in some areas that are drier. But if it bleeds a little bit, that's fine too. And they don't have to be perfect, but like for those of you that are looking for, you know, to have some bolder colors, some different types of backgrounds, and be able to like use your kits and like build on them. I want this one. Kind of trying to spread them out a little bit. We'll do this. And there. And this. And okay, so let's do that. I'll leave that one to the side, and then let's add some. I want to see what color. See, that's what you don't want to do. Lucky us. Okay, I think let's do this one. And add another color in here. Need to clean that off. Okay. Oh my gosh. My paper towel fell on the floor. And I think that there's cat hair on my ink pad, or on my stamp. Gross. It's inevitable around here, though, I'll tell you. Let's do this. So we're kind of creating our own background. Did I lose you guys? Let's see. My laptop went to sleep again. Do a little second generation stamping there. Okay, so let's see, where do we... Maybe we'll put this one here. Okay, why is this doing this? My stupid laptop. Okay, good, you're still there. Alrighty. Take this up to the top. And I think we need one more kind of towards the center. Let's put it here. Okay, so I think the only thing that I think we need boy, these lids, you know what? You gotta love the lids that stand tight though, because it will keep your ink pad from drying out. Okay. So I'm gonna put this one here and maybe add another little blue there, and we'll do this one here. Oops, wrong ink pad. So I think what I'm going to do is we'll do it like this. We'll do this here and then that there. Okay. Okay, so put the lids back on, because when you don't, it creates a problem. Okay, so now let's take the water, because all of these colors, no matter, they'll all blend together without creating mud. So we'll get some greenish tones. And if you did this on a background that had gesso on it, you would see a lot more color blending. But I let some of this sit a little bit longer, so we might not see the type of blending that we saw previously. But we get a little bit of shadowing that comes off there, so it's, you know, it's got a softer look. And I'm just adding a little bit of water. And there we go. I think I did these two. But now we've got, we've got some liquid there, so we can kind of let some of the color run. And there we go. We've got kind of a cool background. What do you think? I think I'm gonna let this one air dry, because I'm afraid if I mess with it too much, or if I try to blot things up. But I will show you one thing. I will show you one thing. the other thing that we can do, because let's add some splatters using this stamp. So we'll add a few of the darker ones. Can kind of add some yellow. I think because when the yellow and the blue mixed, we got a lot of like green tones in there. So I don't think that I'm gonna add any of the aqua splatters. Let's do this. And this. And that. And that. Okay, so now we have some splatters. Although I think looking at it on camera from here, I think we need another blue one. What do you think? I think I need a blue one right in this area here. Good grief. So my daughter today was trying to be helpful. She's 28, was gonna make my bed, and she stepped on the bench at the foot of my bed and went to go get onto to drag the quilt up, and she hit her head on the lamp on our ceiling fan and shattered it. So lucky she didn't like cut her head open. And to be honest, I would be more upset if it was the fan that got killed. Because without that thing, I think I might even put one in the center, kind of over that. Oh yeah, I like that. And maybe put a little there. And maybe a little there. Just to add some all right, folks, what do you think of that background? Now we're gonna have to let it dry, which is gonna take a while, but I think it's super cool. And we've got a lot of colors in this kit that would work along with this. So if we pulled out, you know, some of the, well, first of all, this is kind of cool. And you could like overlay this as like a frame. So if you put layers underneath this, so let's say you used, let's put like a layer underneath it so that you've got some white space kind of behind it. So, you know, if you had some layers underneath this and you put it on top here, and then you built around there, the other thing you could do, which we did before, is that once this is all dry, you could take either some white acrylic paint or some white gesso, and you could kind of blend that gesso in this central area here. So you kind of create some white space to kind of build your photo in the center. So that if you were to put layers and, you know, something like this here, it wouldn't get lost in your background. But I think having the repetitive shapes. The other thing too, I used a black ink pad here, and initially my first inclination was to use a gray one, which I have. I have an archival gray ink pad, and it might be a VersaFine or it might be a Ranger archival ink, but it's a light gray. And I think if the outline stamp was done in a light gray and then you added the colors on, you would see less contrast. And so you would have a softer background to work with. But, you know, like I said, this was just kind of an experiment thing, and I can't find my gray one. But I'll look around today and see if I can find it, and then I can create another background using the gray cut file, or I mean the gray ink pad, and then fill it in with the colors so you can see the difference. Every time I don't touch my laptop, it goes to sleep, and it's really annoying. Okay, let's see. So anyway, this is kind of a fun thing. The other thing that I was going to show you, let me put this aside. I'm going to grab another sheet of white cardstock. Now I thought I had some marshmallow somewhere. Gosh. Sorry. Okay, so here's another sheet of white cardstock. Now this is a smooth white and kind of a similar idea. This is the Pocket Life stamp set that we did for the month of March. But it has this cool little kind of texture stamp that you could easily use to kind of add some color to a background. And let's just do the blue. Part of me is afraid that if I pull too hard, I'm going to send the ink pad flying. And okay, so this is just a simple little kind of a gridded, kind of a texture background. But if you took it and started at the top of your page, and my idea is that you would have a bunch of stuff running down the center, right? And you can do and this again doesn't have to be perfect, but like if you wanted to kind of create some flow of having some color down your page and like kind of a mixed media background, but not, some people find that it's a little too messy for their taste. So doing something like this. Now this is a smooth cardstock. This is marshmallow, I think. I'm gonna overlap this one. Oh, that's kind of cool. Lucky accident. Do it again here. That one lined up perfectly. Ha. Okay. And we'll do another one. Make sure I can cover this so I don't feel like I did. Okay. So there's that one. Let's add a second color to it. Thinking. Let's do this one. This is called Oh Boy, and it's a Catherine Puller ink, and we've used it before. We've had it in a previous color kit. I can't remember which. Ew, that's gross. Okay. One thing I do like about Catherine Puller inks is that the pads are like foam, and so put this here. So that would be very similar to the other color that we had, the blue raspberry, I think. Okay. Are you all still seeing me? Is something going weird? Because, oh, never mind. It's just my laptop. The comments are lagging, so I'm not ignoring you. I just am not seeing the comments. Okay. We'll do I think I want to go off the side. Okay. That's super cool. What do you think? Just another way to add some color. I even think, just to throw caution to the wind, let's get some orange in there, because we've got some orange in this kit, and okay, not going to do a lot of orange, but I think having a little bit, I like that. That orange really pops. What do you think? That got a little muddy there. Not sure what I think about that one, but I think I'm okay if it overlaps on one side. I don't like it if it's sandwiched in the middle. And I think we're going to just go off the page here. Some orange. And there. Okay. All right. What do you think? Look at that. Just a simple stamp. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, I'm not a stamper. And so I have the utmost appreciation for those that can stamp with precision, and I think you could blend this again with water, but I kind of like the way that it looks, the way that it is, or I like the way that it looks. What do you think? Would you add some water to it or no? I'm thinking not. But like if you used, where's this? You could mix this in here. You could mix this in here. You could mix, I'm looking for, where is, you could do this. I mean, these are all easily, where's the orange. Like how cute would that be, right? The other thing that would be cute too, and like I said, I fussy cut this paper, but all of those would work perfectly. With a background like this, you could use them with a background like this. For instance, if you were to cut all the reds and the pinks out and use the yellows, greens, and blues, that would be super cool. And if you wanted to, you could cut one of the octagons out, fussy cut it, and you could lay it, I think it would fit. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it would fit in the center. And so you could trace it, and then you could cut a few of them out and layer them over the top of your background and add some additional pops of color. And if you did that, you put some foam squares behind them, that'd be super cool. And you don't have to do a lot to a page like this, you know? Like for instance, let me move these out of the way and I can bring in a few things. So let's kind of put these stamps and inks out of the way. Okay. So like this would look great here, even though it's a different shape. We also have, in our chipboard, we have these little wooden shelves, which are really cool. And you could, you know, put a, where are my photos? I mean, obviously, let me just cut one of these down so that you can kind of get an idea. And these are 3 by 4, I believe. Okay. So here's a photo. You know, you could have your photo sitting on one of these, and then you could build some stuff up. I would maybe move it in. But look how cute that is. Or same thing over here. You know, have your photo here, and then we also have these super cool. Could do, this one's got some pink in it. Let's see. This one, we've got a yellow one. So run the scallop this way, throw your picture on it, add some layers underneath it. You know, but you could do even just strips. Here are some of the stars that I cut out. I cut them out of that text paper because I thought that they would be kind of interesting. But yeah, so and you can do a mix of them. Like I did some out of white because I was thinking maybe we would do like a white. You could even kind of give them like a drop shadow if you wanted to. So like this is, I believe, no, that's not the same size. I think this and this are the same size. So you could do like a little drop shadow. But anyway, the stars are kind of cool. My idea was that we could do like a stamping or mixed media technique on the white ones, or if you were going to use like a patterned background, let's say like this, for instance, you know, you can add some white stars. And this one, if you added like white gesso in the center of it and kind of just feathered it out towards the outer edge and kind of added your photo and all of your details in the center, you could use this as a background. So yeah, this one could be used as a background too, you know, throw some stars on there. You could stitch these. They could be used on, here's like a subtle background, but these could easily be used on something like this. So there's a lot of different things. And I was kind of messing with some things earlier, but this kind of gives you an idea, these little mixed media backgrounds. I'll see if I can like throw together a page with these a little later on, because maybe now that I've gotten my creative juices flowing, I might be able to finish. So here's, let me grab another sheet of white cardstock. I had this idea with, and like I said, I'm just throwing some simple ways that you can just, all of this stuff that I've showed you, with the exception of the stamps, these are all with the main kit. I haven't showed you anything beyond that. The chipboard frames come in the main kit. So here was an idea with this chevron, right? I was thinking that, take a pencil, let's just lightly trace some lines. These are going to be really light. I just want maybe put one more out this way. Okay, so trace some lines like that. I used a T-square ruler so that they're nice and straight. I'm going to use my tape runner just to kind of fold these in place. But I was thinking that you could take these and add a pop of color and some pattern to your background without having it take over your page. So let's put these, and I'm doing this quickly, so I would likely mess around with this a little more, but you kind of get the idea. And then we could either have them and you could stitch down the center of these, and then you could kind of lift them up a little bit. Oops. And you could flip them over and add some red too, but I'm just going to keep them all one color. But, and I did that whole sheet, so I have a ton of them to mess with. maybe I'll leave that one like that. And then this one. So you could create like a little background like this, and then layer over the top of it. And I'm just changing the direction of the little chevron. And you could do this with any shape. I mean, you could do it with circles, you could do it with stars, you could do it with diamonds, you could do it with hearts. Hexagons. I know that we had a nested hexagon die set. I don't know if we have any more of those, but add one more here. But this kind of gives you a variation in direction, in pattern. You've got some overlapping, so and I think adding stitching down the center would be really cool. And you could do it with like either orange, you could do it with a contrasting color, you could do it with navy. That would be kind of cool, depending on, or green. And then we'll just add a few here. Here. Maybe one more. So you've kind of created this little, kind of a bit of a background. I'm going to bring this one up here. Okay. I think I want like 3 over here. What are your thoughts? Would you try something like this? It really doesn't take that much time, and honestly, the cutting didn't take that much time either. So here I've created like just a random kind of a background, and I think sometimes if, you know, people get caught up in the fact that there's a lot of flowers, if you can like look at your papers and see them in like shapes and maybe ways that they can be changed a little bit with it, you know, it doesn't require a whole lot of effort. But let's say, so we've got this, right? And maybe these are frames from our main kit. So you could, you know, do like this maybe. Add some frames over the top. We've got some little, these are, cut these down a little bit. You could add these are fabric border stickers. Maybe put those under. You could do that. You could do, let's see, we had, where did the yellow one go? We have a yellow one here. that could be, that actually might be kind of cute. So if you took scissors, so cut these down, layer them underneath, would give a different texture. So here, 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 here. And then this, I think, I'm gonna have would probably have those kind of overlap somehow. We could add some little, these are from the ephemera. You know, we could add some layers underneath to kind of give some weight here. But so we've got some like stuff going on in the background, but this is like definitely, you know, colors that are more, more neutral. Let's see. Let's push this down. Maybe a little bit more blue here, or something like that. Here's another, these are all pieces from our die cut, or from our ephemera, from our main kit. So, you know, you could kind of, obviously there's a little much going on here, you know, as far as layers are concerned, and you're kind of covering up the majority of what we did. But, you know, this kind of just gives you an idea of how you could use a paper in a different way. And, you know, you've got a lot of colors that, you know, work well together. Add a little bit more red, so the red is repeated here and here, and the orange is darker. You could add down here, add a little more blue, like fussy cut a speech bubble, maybe add another speech bubble up here. Here's another little, you did it. And we have these, you know, honestly, I kind of am feeling like I like the darker orange border than the yellow one. But that's just personal opinion. I like the contrast a little bit more. I think it shows up a little bit better. And this is all just the main kit. Whoops. Let's see. What was I thinking? Oh, the alphabet. And then you could do your title with an alpha. And this alpha is super bright. If you wanted to do that, you could add, you know, some brighter blue pieces. On here. But no pink. What do you think? So maybe I'll mess with this a little bit, and then I'll post an image of my finished page, and I'll share it with you, and you can tell me what you think, and then maybe you can try some of these techniques and create a page of your own and share it in our Facebook group. If you haven't joined our Facebook group, you want to be sure to do that. I'll put a link. I believe there's a link in the description box below, but it will allow you to access all of our activities for International Scrapbooking Day. We'll be doing some giveaways. We've got some free cup files, a bunch of stuff, and you won't want to miss it. And you'll learn a lot. So definitely do that. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel, hit hit that notification bell. We add process videos every single day. And so you'll find tons of inspiration here. And if you're enjoying our lives, I would love it if you would give my video a like. That helps us be found on YouTube a little better. And so also there's a share button and you can share our videos with your scrappy friends. So we would love that. The more the merrier. I am just really enjoying and I look forward to connecting with you all every single week. It's a lot of fun for me. It's given me the chance to do something creative in a different way, and doing it live is definitely different for me, but I hope you guys are enjoying it. And if you want to see something a little different, I'm happy to oblige, and if you'll leave a comment, I will, if you'll type comment in bold and or all caps, then I'll see it and I can make sure that I don't miss anything like that. So I'm happy to do things differently or teach or showcase different products, different techniques, the whole 9 yards. So be sure to check into our Facebook group later on, probably tomorrow. I'll add that link or that thread where we can all share our pages. So I guess I can turn the camera up for a couple of seconds. Am I the right direction? Oh, I'm the right direction. Yay. Okay, hang on one sec. Let me fix this. See, my hand is always, I hate looking at the palm of my hand. It's not fun. Don't enjoy it. And I do it every week. Okay. Here we go. I think I'm good. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves today, learned something, maybe. At least found some inspiration to use your kits in a different way. And don't be shy. If you guys need some help with, creating those more masculine or less flowery pages, these kits are perfect for that. And you just have to look at the elements that are included a little differently. And there are a lot of things. And today we just worked with the paper and some of the embellishments in our main kit. And so if you just receive our main kit, you can do any of these things. With the exception of, you might pick up a stamp set or a die set or a color kit just to have on hand. And then that way, you can add to what you're doing and you can kind of make everything, each kit your own. So I'm not seeing comments on my phone, and which is fine, except let me see if I can see them here. How long have we been going is my question. Oh, good. Okay, so I'm going to read through your comments this afternoon. I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee, and I hope that I was helpful today. And thanks for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next week where we can make some pretty things again, or cool things. Doesn't always have to be pretty. Yeah, so thanks for joining me. Have a good week. I'll see you next weekend. Bye. This happens every time. Can't figure out how to turn it off. See you later.